Easy to hit. Jones is easy to hit. Jones is very, very easy to hit, funnily enough. That's always a funny thing I see on Twitter a lot is people saying, oh my God, Jones is going to do this guy so dirty. And it's literally Aspinall getting hit with 2 punches by Arlovski and 2 punches by Blades. And I look through Jones's career and I'm like, dude, this guy gets hit 15 times around on the chin. You know, I can maybe count on 2 hands the amount of time Aspinall's been hit ever. 2 hands. I bet you it's probably about 10 overall. Maybe 15. But like Jones gets hit like 15 times around. He actually has got a good chin against light heavies, yeah. His defense is purely based on his reach. Yeah, he just rears out of range. It's kind of insane. Thank you for the $2. Nina's husband side-eyes her phone when she's on it. Yeah, probably. He might just be completely done with it, though. Maybe he side-eyed her phone at the start, but now he's convinced. He just sort of gave up. I don't know. It is a strange one, right? Like, I don't know. I think people should live their lives, especially when it comes to relationships, like their kids already exist. That's the best way, in my opinion. When you're in a relationship with someone, you should imagine your children already exist. Even though it's obviously don't say things like that to her because you might scare her off. But you should expect her behavior as if her children exist, and your behavior should be according to if children exist. And I think that keeps people in check. I think that's one of the big problems these days with behavior is if when people knew they were going to have children growing up, they kind of kept themselves to a certain level of not knowing that they would have children. These days, people grow up with not a thought in the world about kids, and their actions and behavior proves that because no one would be acting like that if they knew they were going to have kids, you know? She's 40? She's almost 40 and doesn't have kids? Nina's not 40. She's 35, guys. But still, that is... Sanko's 41. Jesus Christ. Yeah, running out of time. Impression of Shamil Gaziev tapping to cardio. Jesus. Anyway, August 25th. I didn't even know there was a card then. UFC August 25th. Oh, they just made that out of nowhere, huh? That's looking like a really good card, to be fair. That's like a middleweight showcase, middleweight, welterweight showcase. Listen to this card, chat. Michael Morales, Neil Magny, Edmund Shabazi, and Gerald Meerschaert, and Roman Kopylov, Bruno Ferreira. That's pretty good already. Even though it's in 4 weeks and needs a lot more help. A lot more help in 4 weeks, this fight is. Oh, there's a lot more. Okay. Yeah, nothing too great, though. Bazooka versus Danny Silva. Borshev versus Lontop. Zachary Reese is on the card. He's staying active. That's good. He'll probably beat this guy. King of Westeros and start the UFC. Who is your first pay-per-view headline fight? Clegane Bowl. Clegane Bowl. You are the King of Westeros and start the UFC. I'd make Aspinall Jones straight away, first night. And I'd give free wine for all of my constituents. Let's go. I'd be screaming like that. With a chicken leg in mouth and wine in the other, spilling it all over my poor wife. Show me blood. I'd be screaming like that. I'd be a great king. Old take, but there's no way you could watch Izzy go life and death with Kelvin and Costa go toe-to-toe with Romero and not pick Costa to win and smoke him. I picked Costa to win as well. What I didn't know is Izzy was going to show up with a boob, way more power than he's ever had before. And Costa was going to be gun-shy and not move forward. It's kind of an unfortunate one. Whoa, 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 dude. Can you beat my friend Joe in a fight? Probably, yeah. His name's Joe. You know what I mean? Parents didn't put any thought into that shit. Knew he was never going to be anything. Thank you for the £5 gone. To be honest, maybe your little bro never allowed you to poop and I shat on the floor in protest. I do agree. I mean, I do remember that, yeah. My brother used to wait until I mentioned needing a toilet or looked like I needed a toilet and he would sprint to the bathroom. If my brother heard me say, Mum, I'm going to the toilet, he would sprint. Whatever he was doing, it stopped and he would sprint to the toilet and get in there before me. And one time my nan was babysitting me, and my brother was there, and I was young, and probably like 7 or 8, and I needed a toilet or a poo. I didn't say poo though. And I said it to my nan, and my brother sprinted into the bathroom, locked the door, wouldn't let me in. So I shat on the floor outside in protest, just shit on the floor. Like, and that's when and funnily enough, that's when he stopped doing it. Around then is when he stopped doing it. Once he knew a poo on the floor was the consequence, he really didn't continue to do that. But yeah, I did poo on the floor in front of my nan, which isn't a good look, but yeah. That's why you got a poop max, yeah. Who cleaned it? My nan, unfortunately. But yeah. The first time you told us this story, you said you were 19. I said I was 19, dude. Thank you for the $5. No, I probably was about 7, 8, 9, around that age. Damn, bro. Yeah. For the $2, $5. Who is Guru's favorite retired MMA fighter? Cerrone, Donald Cerrone. I don't know, there's a few. Thank you for the $5 Canadian. I could have just said fucking Mirko Krokop, but no. No, Cerrone was one of my favorite fighters when he was on top. And by on top, I mean permanently top 10. Thank you for the $5 Canadian. How was a current MMA fighter other than our gal Verna Jandaroba? I'm a big fan of Luana Santos, a new women's fighter. Norma Jamont as well. Impression of Connor saying, shield ill MMA theory, yeah? Shield ill to MMA theory, mate. Mate! You'll never say that about MMA theory in your fucking life. Don't you ever say that. Which is a strange one. Shag, marry, kill, Sanko, Nina, Dana. All right. Well, obviously, I'm killing Nina. I'm joking. I don't know. Kill Dana and then probably marry Sanko and shag Nina. I couldn't be married to Nina while she does all of those fire interviews. Like, honestly, what do you think her husband says when she gets home? Did you really have to flirt? You know? Because she could do the interviews without the flirty energy, but she always does the flirty energy of the, yeah, yeah, sure. She always does that in her interviews. It's so strange. I know, but it is what it is. It's just no saying. Figgy versus Benavidez 2 reference was crazy. That's the nastiest fucking beatdown in maybe UFC history. You know what I'm saying? Pushing for USADA in the first place. And people don't talk about that enough. They hated GSP for asking for USADA. He tried to mandate USADA in the sport before it was even in the sport. He was pushing for it for his last few title fights. Test him from USADA. And then the UFC, and then he retired, and the UFC bring in USADA. But he also wanted VADA testing for the Johnny Hendricks fight as well. And he actually wasn't going to take it unless Johnny Hendricks went through the VADA testing. What if he was on? Could have been. I'm not saying he wasn't, but that don't seem like the actions of a guy who's on, in my opinion. He didn't think they'd actually come. Okay, yeah, he was bluffing them. Maybe. That'd be a good move. But Jones has better longevity than Aldo and cardio. He doesn't know because Jones looks like a fat retard right now. And he don't have no power that he used to. But I get what you mean, yeah, Jones. But Jones might still be on some shit, you know? It doesn't mean that... I don't mean to say that USADA means that no one can get away with taking shit anymore. It's just that Aldo never changed the way of his ability. Top 5 current fighters you think are definitely juicing? Jones. I don't know. Adesanya grows boobs, so you have to put Adesanya in there. Belal, I know is, because I know exactly what you mean about Belal. His physique completely changed. Kyler Phillips did get caught using. So Kyler Phillips. I'm pretty sure Kyler Phillips actually got a USADA suspension, not even a tainted supplement thing. I reckon Merab's on EPO, yeah. Wouldn't be surprised if Chandler's on some shit as well. Guru Aldo was microdosing consistently with great genetics, probably, yeah. I'm just trying to be nice to Aldo because Rogan outed him for no reason. Yeah, I know Josh Quinlan, but we're trying to think of some decently large names. Oh my God, chat. Have you seen Kiefer Crosby's physique before and after the UFC? You know what, chat? Type in Lucas Bursky on Google Images. Look at how sourced he was on the regional scene. Lucas Bursky, LUKASZBRZESKI. Lucas Bursky. Look at him on the regional scene compared to the way he looks in the UFC. Fucking insane. He was stacked. He's natty now, dude. He's natty now, but Jesus Christ, he was on all the sauce. All the sauce. Decently large name, yeah. 99% of pre-UFC MMA fighters were on PEDs. Yeah, I guess so. When you understand this audio before, and you would think it's actually an audio that we would have heard before. So is Ariel done with MMA? Maybe. No, he's not done with MMA. He's just done with, they're not re-signing him on any of the contracts, you know. There's a video, probably the same audio. Yeah. Impression of Guru saying he's going to KO Drickus. Thank you for the membership, Goonsup 31. Thank you, Dylan Reese, as well. I know, just this audio here from Israel Adesanya when he was talking about his upbringing.
I didn't even know how to bathe for myself to be able to do that there. So yeah, I didn't even know how to bathe for myself till I was about 8 or 7 or something, because we had housemates, you know, cooking for us, bathing us. And it wasn't until like I think maybe 8 years old I realized this wasn't like every kid that had that. So I was like, nah, I can do it myself. You know, a better opportunity. He would do that there. So yeah, I didn't even know how to bathe for myself till I was about 8 or 7 or something, because we had housemates. You know,
crazy, dude. This is the guy calling Drickus Duplessis privileged. Insane. Thank you for the $2. What would you choose as a headliner for 307? I don't know. But I put that in my new video, straight from the horse's mouth. Yep. 307 headliner, the only option is, unfortunately, Asakura versus Pantoja. So that's that. See you later, guys. You mean 306 as well. See you later. Goodbye. Okay, stop trying to get me in trouble, gray shirt, clip farming, you pussy.